Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show, and we're here to talk about some NFL news. So we just had some breaking news here that dropped about 40 minutes ago, so I think it's the right move here. New York Governor Kathy Hochul has just announced at a news conference that the hashtag Bills versus hashtag Steelers wildcard playoff game has been postponed to Monday at 4:30 p.m. And while, yes, it's still going to be snowing, I believe, I think it won't be as bad with the wind chill. The wind chill's going to be bad. It's going to be 65 miles per hour winds there could have been today. I think it's the right move to give it to Monday, to move it to Monday. I mean, the travel's going to be difficult. Yes, I want this game to be Sunday. So I could watch more football. Given all the lives lost during last year's winter storm, where about, I don't know how many people died, but there's a lot of people that died in a winter storm in New York last year, I believe. They just didn't want the risk, 60 miles per hour winds in a whiteout condition. So, yes, it sucks, but it works for me because it's 2 games to watch on Monday, but it's one less game to watch on Sunday. But Monday football is fine for me. I mean, some people working at that time of day, I get it, but would you rather I guess people that are mad at this would rather say more people die in a winter storm, because that happened last year in New York. But I know people say Buffalo's soft, but travel's going to be extremely dangerous. I guess people would rather that game happen and people die in a winter storm. Like, sometimes stuff's bigger than football. Last year there was a big snowstorm and a lot of people lost their lives, and this is bigger than that. And just attempting to protect the people of their state. And we're still getting football on Monday. Like, why are people complaining you get more football on Monday? And the Bills updated, said due to the public safety concerns and a lot of the ongoing weather emergency, it's rescheduled for Monday 4:30 and will be televised by CBS. So we're going to play on a Monday. So now, because of that, new Super Wildcard Weekend schedule featuring 3 doubleheaders all times Eastern Time. Today, Browns at Texans 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and Dolphins at Chiefs 8:10 p.m. Eastern Time. Sunday, Packers at Cowboys 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and Rams at Lions 8:15 p.m. Eastern Time. Monday, Steelers at Bills 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and Eagles at Bucks 8:15. So that's your new schedule for the wild card games, which I think is the perfect schedule, in my opinion. 3 doubleheaders, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. 3 doubleheaders. Low-key sounds like the perfect schedule to me. So those are the first 2 things I want to talk about, was the Bills, Steelers getting postponed, and the schedule. And a schedule change now for the playoffs. So hashtag Eagles wide receiver A.J. Brown will be ruled out against the hashtag Buccaneers, sources say. He worked to try to get ready, but it won't make it. Should Philly advance, he could be available for the divisional round. Well, I hate to say it now. I hate to say it, Mr. Garofalo, but I think the Eagles are finished. It's finished now, everyone. Nick Sirianni's new job on Tuesday will be working at the Krusty Krab with SpongeBob. But yeah, it's over for the Eagles. Since A.J. Brown's out, they're not going to win. It's not major, but enough to miss one game. But that one game could be the end of their season. I mean, honestly, it's pretty major considering. Honestly, it's pretty major considering they probably just lost their season. Yeah, it's the knee injury he suffered against the Giants that's causing him to be out. So the Jim Harbaugh situation is pretty increasing intrigue is increasing. Sources say the hashtag Michigan coach plans to meet with the hashtag Chargers this week. So, there's been rumors Jim Harbaugh's going to go with the Chargers, and apparently sources say the Michigan coach plans to meet with the Chargers this week. Max Crosby will explore a trade request if Antonio Pierce isn't retained, which, he loves playing for Antonio Pierce. The whole team probably does right now. So Max Crosby's will explore a trade. If they don't bring back Antonio Pierce, that'd be a big loss for them, and not having Max Crosby if he requested a trade. But Michigan is fighting back to keep Jim Harbaugh. So it's going to be interesting to see if Michigan can retain Jim Harbaugh, or will he go to the NFL. But I think Jim Harbaugh's going to be on the Chargers. Max Crosby had one just crazy. And it's safe to say the players are united around Max Crosby, or around Antonio Pierce, led by Max Crosby. That's been communicated to Rangers owner Mark Davis. But if someone other than Antonio Pierce is a choice, Crosby's trade request would have wide-ranging ramifications. I think Pierce earned the job. They were in shambles when he took over, and they played hard for him. I think he can. That would be huge. Davis should just make the easy choice and name Antonio Pierce the head coach. So we're talking about some more news yesterday. The hashtag Raiders are set to interview for their GM search. Colts assistant GM Ed Dodds and Bills director of player personnel Terrence Gray yesterday, sources say. Interim GM Champ Kelly interviews tomorrow, which is today. Had Las Vegas hired a GM independent of the coach last time, it would have been Dodds. He's a top candidate. As the hashtag Patriots plot out a no direction set out to hire a GM, a few names to consider with ties to New England. Former Raiders GM Dave Ziegler, former Titans GM John Robinson, Chiefs assistant GM Mike Borgonzi, 49ers assistant, well, we can cross off Adam Peters, now he's with Washington, and Bengals exec Trey Brown. John Robinson would be an absolute disaster. Hopefully the Patriots don't actually do that, because that would definitely be very, very interesting. So last night, the hashtag Panthers announced they completed head coach interviews with their own defense coordinator, Ejiro Evero, along with hashtag Ravens defense coordinator Mike McDonald and offensive coordinator Todd Monken. The hashtag Giants have hired former Raiders offensive line coach Carmen Bricillo as their new O-line coach. So now they have a new offensive line coach. Browns coach Kevin Stefanski told reporters that cornerback Denzel Ward was limited with the new knee injury in practice. And he told him he's okay. So I think he's going to be expected to play, which is huge for that defense. So Colts assistant general manager Ed Dodds met with the Raiders yesterday, and he'll do the same with the Panthers on Sunday, and then the Chargers on Wednesday, per source. See if I have any more news here. Browns QB Joe Flacco has never lost in a wild card game. He's 5-0 this round, and he win today with moving past Brett Favre for most wild card wins. And as part of the contract he restructured last month, Browns quarterback Joe Flacco will receive a $250,000 bonus if Cleveland wins today's wild card game versus the Texans. So $250K is a pretty huge bonus. Interim coach Antonio Pierce has emerged as the leading candidate to become the full-time head coach in Las Vegas with support of key players there per league sources. There'll be other options for Raiders owner Mark Davis to consider, but as one source said, I would be blown away if Antonio Pierce wasn't the pick. I mean, as he should be. The dude beat Mahomes with a rookie QB who threw for 63 passing yards. And sometimes you don't use the word deserves very often, but he's close to it. He earned that job, and Turn 1 was a complete mess around, and those dudes played hard for him, and they won a lot of games for him. So I think it's a work out if they do it. See if we have any more news here. The Giants requested permission to interview Panthers interim head coach and special teams coordinator Chris Tabor for their vacant special teams job, and were denied permission. Did the Panthers know they only won 2 games? And they're denying people to try and go elsewhere. Vice President of Player Personnel Will McClay will remain with the Cowboys per his source. He will not interview with other teams. Washington and the Los Angeles Chargers had sought permission to meet with McClay. He is very happy with being here, the source said. I mean, not surprised. Will Dan Quinn stay too? I don't know, but they're keeping Will McClay. The jury persuaded him with the bag. But he's staying in Dallas and he's happy with his current role, which I think's a W. So a key figure staying in Dallas. But yeah, it's pretty much it. Talk about here, so there's not really many more injury updates. Besides Jair Alexander's doubtful, I think, tomorrow, and Christian Watson's questionable. And AJ Dillon's doubtful, so there's some injury updates for the Packers. And everybody's good to play for the Cowboys, so yeah, it's really all to say for this video, so until next time, peace.